Good morning, Southern California, your hometown station, KHTS. I'm host Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Business and Real Estate Show. I'm joined by my co-host today, Dave Cantrell. Dave Cantrell's got one of the most amazing guests. I absolutely love Marnie. She's the best.
Thank you.
She is.
Yep. She represents
mutual.
a great company and a great credit union.
Yeah, so we're joined today by Marnie Nemcoff, who is the Director of Marketing at Matadors.
Vice President of Marketing.
Vice President of Marketing.
Did you just
okay.
Did you just lower her pay scale?
Well, I don't know if it's higher or lower being a director. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about Matadors and what they can do and how and what a credit union, how it is better than the big banks.
Absolutely. I don't know if I have enough time, but in a nutshell, we are not for profit, whereas banks are for profit.
Right.
So the money that banks make go back to shareholders. The money that we make goes back to our members, and that we can provide better products and services to our members.
And let me just be clear on that. And I'm going to throw in here right now, auto loan. I mean, my son went to get an auto loan from the dealer, and usually they're decent, and then went to Matadors. There was no comparison.
Yeah, it's not even close.
No comparison. I'm probably not going to ever get hired by the big banks since I'm such a fan of credit unions.
And that's okay.
But there's no doubt ever
Right.
that just on that point alone. So yeah, instead of the money going to profit, it's going to a more competitive price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great. And speaking of products, one of the things that that credit unions that we actually tell our customers to go talk to Matadors is for home equity lines of credit.
Absolutely.
Or home. So tell me a little bit about a home equity line of credit and what it does and how people can use it.
Sure. So a home equity line of credit, or HELOC, as we like to call it, is a very affordable way for our members to take money out of their own home when they have equity in their home and use it for whatever they want, whether it's to pay for a child's tuition, to buy a new car, to make much needed home repairs, whatever they want. We don't question why they're taking it out as long as they qualify and have equity, live in California. We'll give them a loan.
And nowadays, I mean, with home values rising so much, so many people that didn't have equity, as little as 3 or 4 years ago, probably should take a look at their equity now because they probably do have a lot of equity. And maybe there are some things, a child is graduating and getting ready to go to college, or they want to do that addition to the house. Now they have that availability to do it.
Exactly.
And they're pretty inexpensive, correct?
Very affordable. Our rate right now is as low as 5.24%. It's tied to the prime rate. Much cheaper than using a credit card or even getting a personal loan. And we have the first 10 years, you have interest-only payments. So it keeps your payments low along with that low interest rate. And I always say check with your tax advisor. It may have tax advantages. You may be able to write off the interest you pay.
Yeah, Harry Beeson was in here earlier, and he was mentioning if the house is used for substantial home improvements.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, so lots. I'm a big fan of home equities. In fact, I might be your favorite fan at Matadors because I send all my clients.
Yes.
I mean,
Love
after
it.
doing this for 27 years, I send them all there. Low cost of entry.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
there's no cost, and there's an early closure fee if you close it, and that's it.
Right.
And the cost is typically what an appraisal would be anyway.
Correct.
And that's if you close it early. It doesn't mean you can't pay it off.
Right.
Flexibility. You can have a $100,000 line, use it for college tuition. Here's the one thing, Dave. I'm paying for tuition. You write a check. Every time they want a check, they want 10 grand.
Right. Exactly.
But I can pay back the home equity at $1,000 a month, or
Correct.
$1,200 a month, or
Correct.
$1,500 a month. That's a great use of a home equity line of credit.
Right, and I also think, like you said, the flexibility of it is, you get $100,000. You don't have to. You only pay on what you're using.
Exactly.
So if you only
yeah.
take that $20,000 out, that's the only amount that you're paying on. You're not paying on that whole $100,000. So you have that flexibility of using it when you need it.
Exactly. And it's good to have for an emergency. If your air conditioner goes out,
Right.
In the middle of summer, as what happened to me a few years ago, you have that line
Why
available.
does it always happen in the middle of summer?
Right.
Why can't it happen in the springtime?
Never.
Or in the
Nowhere.
fall?
Yes.
One hot fall day. That'd be okay, right?
Right.
But
yeah.
instead, it's
No,
in the middle of summer.
Middle of summer, every time.
Exactly. So there you go. That's why you need a HELOC.
Real
Right.
quickly, how can you apply for? I know, of course, how you do it, but let all the listeners know.
Absolutely. You can apply online at matadors.org, matadors.org, or if you prefer to meet with a person, you can come to one of our branches in Chatsworth or Northridge, or you can give us a call at 818-993-6328, and one of our loan officers would be happy to talk to you.
And I will tell you how much I trust Matadors. My mother's coming over there to get a home equity line next week.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, meeting with him.
And she trusts what
I'm
you
looking
say?
forward to meeting her and asking her all about you.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot, wait, what I do? Dang it.
Does she really trust what he's saying? I just want to trust what I'm saying. Yeah, in American Family Funding, even if you're not unsure, professionals and Matadors know their stuff.
Right.
But we're happy to also send you back that way if getting a first mortgage is not the right thing for you. I know you want to sneak in a quick conversation about a 24-month certificate promotion.
Absolutely. So along with loans, we also offer fantastic rates on savings. So we have a share certificate. It's a term certificate. It's 24 months, and the rate is as high as 1.90%. That's very high.
Right.
We look at what our competitors are paying, and we try to give our members back, a lot for what they're, for their hard-earned money. And we also give them a safe place to put it. We're federally insured by the NCUA.
Isn't that part of the giving back part?
Right.
Nonprofit. So yes, they do make income, and with that income, you can offer promotions to help someone that's a retiree that needs that
Exactly.
1 point X
Right.
percent, whatever that is.
Exactly. We're happy to do it.
Those that want to get to Matadors, it's www.matadors.org. I know, and it's on my phone. The app
Great.
on the phone.
We have a
we have the-
fantastic
They got
app.
everything a big financial institution does, but they have the right people that you would have dinner with, people that are looking after your best interest. And of course, I know the number, 818-993-MFCU.
Yep. Yeah. And you have a great new website, too. So
We have a fantastic new
it's awesome.
website.
Yeah,
Check
right.
it out.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Dave, good job. As
Thank
always.
you very much.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Business and Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Fred Arnold, on your hometown station, KHTS.
Santa Clarita Philharmonic has begun its season of free concerts. The SCP is a nonprofit community